Hi, Internet. I'm John Appleseed. Thanks so much for joining me as I tackle the Weekender Cryptic Crossword from the Globe and Mail. This is published every Saturday, always set by Fraser Simpson. It uses Canadian English, which is a little bit easier for me to handle than the UK English you might see in other cryptic crosswords. I've been doing the New York Times crossword for most of my life. I've struggled with cryptic crosswords, gotten interested in them in the last couple years. So this is a puzzle I like to do every week. I like to record myself doing it and kind of see how I get better over time. And you're certainly welcome to join me. And let me know in the comments about your experience with cryptic crosswords. All right, let's get into the puzzle. 7 across. I like to do all the acrosses and all the downs because I'm still kind of new. Eventually I'll get to the point where I just fill in the puzzle. All right, 7 across is Love Città, Italia to the west. Città, I think, means city in Italian. To the west probably means as a reversal indicator. We're going to reverse something. If you're new to cryptics, we need to split the clue somewhere in 2 parts. One side will be a crossword definition, either an example or a synonym. The other side will be wordplay. I'm not sure what is going on there. Is it Roma? Love in Italian is amor, A-M-O-R. If we spell that, no, that's, okay, it's amor, I think. So love, we'll split the clue after love. We get amor. Città Italia, I think this is Città Italiana, an Italian city to the west. So Roma is Rome in Italian. We spell that backwards to the west and we would get Roma or amor, which means love in Italian. So I think that's what, I'm not quite sure I'm understanding all the nuances of the wordplay, but I think that makes sense. 8 across, Cairo-based group, ready to farm before chill. The 4 and 6 means we need 2 words, a 4-letter word and a 6-letter word. Cairo-based group, ready to farm before chill. Before chill makes me, that's probably part of the wordplay. So ready to farm could be a word like plowed. Put that before chill, like ice or something. And then we would get a Cairo-based group. The Arab League is a Cairo-based group, I think. Arable is ready to farm. Okay, so I think we're getting a little bit of the wordplay. Let me see if I can make it make sense. Arable. Oh, chill could be like a fever, an ague. We got the gripe, the ague. Okay, then we get Arab League, which is a Cairo-based group. That makes sense to me. 10 across, Spooner's Band Hall Sport. Okay, Spooner is a reference to a person who is famous for mixing up the letters of adjoining words. There was a recent puzzle where banning Ted ended up being tanning bed. It's that sort of thing where you switch the B and the T. So I think that is definitely going to be part of the wordplay. What I think it is look at band hall. If we did a Spoonerism on that, we would get handball, which is a sport. So we split the clue after hall. Sport is our definition, handball. And the wordplay is, how would Spooner pronounce band hall? Spooner clues are typically very difficult for me, but this one, not so much. 11 across, big man goes after Massachusetts manufacturing. Massachusetts, probably we're going to be the state abbreviation for Massachusetts, MA, the postal code. Big man goes after MA. And we get manufacturing. A big man could be a king. So we get king going after MA, and we get making, which means manufacturing. 12 across, when summer starts at a university city up north. University typically means the letter U, a common abbreviation for university. When summer starts, June, maybe, or May, June. Or summer starts could be the single letter S. S at a university. No, that's not. It's not Saturn or anything, is it? No. Not sure about that one. 13 across, PC display with, for example, prom supervision. For example, is probably e.g. Prom supervision is what? What's the word for that? A chaperone. Does that fit? No. Okay, so that's not the definition. PC display with e.g. prom supervision. Nope, not sure about that one. 15 across. To our ears, a harsh sound is irritating. To our ears might be a homophone indicator. So if we had a and then a synonym for harsh sound, do we get a homophone for irritating? Annoying. Doesn't fit. Okay. 17 across. In Iran, the mullah's patriotic song. This is a hidden. I usually have a lot of trouble spotting these because I don't think to look for them. And these, in theory, are the easiest clues to get because the answer is written inside the clue. Look at this letter A halfway through Iran. We keep going with those letters in order. A-N. Oops, got to do that. A-N-T-H-E-M gives us anthem, a patriotic song. 20 across. Gawk again, perhaps, at a highway pull-off. 4 and 4. Highway pull-off is a rest stop, and that gives us an R-E beginning for gawk again. Gawk again, to re-stare, rest area. Okay, so re-stare is to gawk again perhaps, at A, next to A. I think the at is just a linking word there, at A, and we get highway pull-off, rest area. 22 across. Begin liking branch inside World Trade Organization. 4 and 2. And the capitalization could be a little bit of misdirection. World Trade Organization doesn't have to be considered as a single phrase. So WTO is the World Trade Organization. Begin liking could be the letter L, the first letter of liking. Branch inside World Trade. Not sure about that one. It's 4 letters and 2 letters. So maybe begin liking sounds like it could be a phrase, like to fall for, something like that, but something that has a 2-word preposition at the end. I'm not sure. 24 across. Frost's composition is about nothing in a way. Nothing is usually the letter O, representing love. Nothing in a tennis score or on a score sheet, maybe a cricket score sheet. So if we had an O, like a poem or ode, something like that, going around a letter O, do we get a 2-word phrase that means in a way? Don't know. 26 across. Woven rattan, once more, covered with cork. Woven might be an anagram indicator. Rattan is 6 letters. Okay, no. Covered with cork. Once more, again. Don't get that one. 27 across. Prison camp, item fixed. The result of a dripping ceiling. Prison camp, item fixed. The result of a dripping ceiling. And the question mark could tell us that the whole thing is both clue and wordplay, or it could just mean that the wordplay is a little bit funny. Don't know. 28 across. Smell beginning to reach a mouse. Smell beginning, the letter S, to reach a mouse. Is there a synonym for mouse that begins with S? Smell, nope. Okay, that's all the acrosses. Let's look at the downs. 2001 retrospective on actual renewable energy. Very clean. 10 letters. 2001 could be, I was going to say it's maybe the Roman numeral MMI, but I don't think I was thinking we put MMI at the beginning, but I don't think that works in terms of finding an English language word that begins with MM. Actual renewable energy, very clean. Oh, I think our definition is very clean. So I'm thinking of words in the clue that are definition that could possibly be definition. So it's either going to be 2001 retrospective, or clean or very clean. Very clean could be immaculate. So I think it is 2001 is the Roman numeral MMI, but it is retrospective. It's spelled backwards, so it's going backward like that. Then on, that is on top of actual renewable, only one C. I think this is an anagram of actual, ACULAT, and then energy is abbreviated by the letter E in a lot of formulas in physics, so we get immaculate, which means very clean. All right, that one makes sense to me. 2 down, honeymooner embraces good connection. Good is probably the letter G. So if we had a 5-letter word for honeymooner that had a G inserted into it, would we get a synonym for connection? And I think it is bride, going around G to give us bridge, which is a connection. 3 down, links listing foreign water on unknown land. Unknown is probably Z, X, Y, or Z, a mathematical variable unknown, an unknown in an equation. So foreign water on, is it Paraguay? That could be a land. Links listing, so links is a golf course here, and each hole would have a par listed for it. Foreign water is the Spanish word for water, agua. That is on the unknown variable y, and we get Paraguay, which is a land. 4 down, boxer fed well by Northern College's graduates. Alumni are college's graduates. Boxer could be Muhammad Ali. Fed well by Northern. So how is fed well UM? Maybe if well, I think it's this. That kind of hesitation use of the word well could be replaced by a pause, or something you say while you're thinking. So I think boxer Ali is being fed is inserted into boxer. We also put is going next to N for Northern, and we get alumni for a college's graduate. 5 down, composer maintains vaccine pioneer brought up negative reaction. Composer maintains vaccine pioneer brought up negative reaction. I'm not sure what the answer is, but the word play that makes the most sense to me is that negative reaction is the definition. We have a name of a composer. It is keeping the name of a vaccine pioneer, and then that is being reversed. Either the name of the pioneer is being reversed, brought up in a down clue. It's being written from the bottom of the clue up toward the top of the grid. Jonas Salk is a vaccine pioneer. But we need to reverse it, maybe. Maybe it is Salk brought up. And a negative reaction is a backlash. So, yes, the composer is Bach, B-A-C-H. Bach is maintaining Salk, spelled vertically reversed, vaccine pioneer brought up, and we get backlash, negative reaction. 6 down, scorch, black pot. Black can be abbreviated by B. I'm not quite sure what the context would be where you would see B as an abbreviation for black, but I've seen it in enough crosswords that I allow it. I'm not going to consult Chambers. I'm just going to accept it. So black is B, pot is an urn, and we get burn, which means scorch. 9 down, maintains a large stage presence in the end. Maintain a large stage presence in the end. A is probably this letter A. Large could be an L. Large stage presence. And I think we're going to get a synonym for maintain. Presence in the end could be the last letter of presence. Maintain a large stage. Stage could be the leg of a race, the stage of a race. Then we get allege. I allege that this happened. I maintain it happened. That is the use of maintain. I wasn't quite thinking of that use of the word maintain, so that was difficult for me. 14 down, metrics extensively developed for graveyards. Developed is usually an anagram indicator, often an anagram indicator. So we need a 10-letter word. Can we anagram? How many letters are in extensively? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I feel like graveyards is going to be the answer, and cemeteries would fit. That has the letters from metrics in it. Is the extensively telling us to repeat some of the letters in metrics? Metrics only has 7 letters in it. So if we anagram metrics, but we consider metrics extensively, we repeat some of those letters. Again, I'm not quite sure I'm getting the wordplay on this one, but I do like cemeteries as the answer for graveyards, and it has only the letters from metrics. So I think that is right. 16 down, don't mention it, heaps up high. 3, 2, and 3. Not at all is something you might say, to say don't mention it. Oh, not at all. It's no trouble at all. I think that's the answer. How do we get that wordplay? Heaps up high. Tall could be high. Nota, heaps up. A ton is heaps a lot of something. That is up. It is going in, it is reversed, heading toward the top of the grid. So we reverse a ton, we put it on top of tall for high, and we get not at all. 18 down, immediately being shown, German article, I'm not surprised. German article could be der, die or das, or maybe ein, an indefinite article. Immediately, so a word for immediately going next to der, die, or I'm not surprised. No wonder. That makes sense, right? So immediately is now. It is being shown. A TV show that is being shown is on. We get that next to German article der, which is definite article in German, and we get no wonder. I'm not surprised. 19 down, discipline involving fluid movement, brewed hot drink, says Spooner. Oh, we get 2 Spooner clues here. Discipline involving fluid movement. That's probably Tai Chi. Okay, and then that gives us tea for the hot drink. Tai Chi, chai tea. Chai, doesn't chai mean tea? Anyway, chai tea could be a hot drink, a brewed hot drink. Spooner would say chai tea as Tai Chi, and that gives us Tai Chi, which is a discipline involving fluid movement. 21 down, official cut front off very big shelter. Official cut front off very big shelter. So we could be taking the letter off of a synonym for official or the synonym for very big shelter. Very big shelter. No, or cut front off very. I'm not sure about that one. 23 down. Give a prize to cartoonist from the South. From the South, again, for a down clue, we could be reversing something. Cartoonist. Is there a word for cartoonist that we could spell backwards from the South, and that means give a prize to? A cartoonist is a drawer. So a reward, to reward someone is to give them a prize. That is drawer, spelled from the South. So drawer is cartoonist. If we reverse that, we get reward. 25 down, solemn promise among goat herds. This is another hidden. A solemn promise is an oath, and the letters O-A-T-H appear in order in the word goat herds. Okay, that's all the clues. Let's see if we can fill in the rest of this puzzle in a few more minutes. I want to keep this video under 30 minutes. When summer starts at a university city up north. Okay, we split the clue after university. When does summer start? June. At a university U, we get Juneau. That is city up north in Alaska. 13 across PC, although in Canada, is Juneau still north? Juneau is in southern Alaska. So it's almost the same latitude. If I'm picturing the map correctly, it's the same latitude as many Canadian cities. 13 across, PC display with, for example, prom supervision. I think I need an EG in here for example, but I'm not seeing, maybe it is say, for example. I'm not quite sure if our answer is going to be PC display or supervision, maybe. Prom could be a dance. Okay, supervision is guidance. How does that work? Prom, dance. PC display with, for example. GUI, is that a graphic user interface? I think I've heard that, a GUI interface. So we get PC display, it is with, for example, prom. Dance is an example of a prom, and we get guidance for supervision. That one was tough. Is it? He is irritating. He annoys. Okay, I thought we were going to have an ing ending, but a harsh sound is a noise. Into our ears tells us it is a homophone of a noise, which is a noise. There we go. 22 across. Begin liking branch. Inside world. Maybe it's inside world. And we get trade organization. Branch. Yes. Okay, so it is WTO for the World Trade Organization. We get a branch inside WTO, a branch of your or a branch of an organization. I was going to say your body, but I think it's more a branch of an organization is an arm of that organization. And we get warm to, which is to begin liking someone, to warm to them. 24 across. Frost's composition is about nothing in a way. Sort of. Okay, composition of frost. We take the component letters of frost. I guess composition is an anagram indicator. I don't think I've ever seen one exactly like that, but I think it works. Frost, the letters of frost are going around an extra O, nothing, and we get sort of, which means in a way. 26 across, woven rattan, once more, covered with cork. I think rattan is that woven chair material. I think it can be called caneware. That's woven rattan. Once more, anew, covered with cork. C-A-R-E, can that mean cork? I don't see how those are synonyms, but I think caneware is woven rattan. Once more, I think it's anew. It is once new. Anew is covered with cork. It's covered with C-A-R-E. I don't get the wordplay. Let me know in the comments if you know about cork and care going together somehow. 27 across, prison camp item fixed. The result of a dripping ceiling. Prison camp could be a stalag. Oh, and then we get a stalactite or a stalagmite. Both of those are results of a dripping ceiling. Stalag. Item fixed. Okay, fixed is an anagram indicator for item, and we get stalagmite, which are those spiky things you see hanging from the ceiling or coming out from the bottom of a cave. Stalactites, I learned this in high school. When the mites go up, the tights go down. Thinking about little bugs getting inside your pants. When the mites go up, the tights go down. So stalagmites go up from the bottom of the cave, and stalactites hang down from the ceiling. That's a nice way to remember that. 28 across, smell, beginning to reach a mouse. The beginning to reach is this letter R. A mouse, exclamation point, might be eek, and we get reek, which means smell. All right, 21 down, official cut front off very big shelter. Refuge is a shelter, maybe a very big shelter. What is the official? Referee? The ref, maybe that's the official cut. Front off very big, huge. We write huge with the front cut off, U-G-E, and we get refuge, a shelter. Oh, and that is the puzzle. Okay, we've got some letters incorrect. Let me check and see if maybe I mistyped something. Arab League, handball, making, Juno guidance, noise anthem, rest area, warm to sort of caneware. Could this be something else? Tai Chi is certainly right. Maybe it's cane work. So it is, yeah. Once more, anew, covered with cork, C-O-R-K. We're not finding an anagram for cork or anything. There's no synonym, just cane work. Is it woven rattan? Yes. Okay, that is the first time I've solved one of these that I was recording with no hints. Although I did get the hint because I thought I completed the puzzle and then got a hint that something was wrong. But still, so I'm going to give myself a 99% on this one. But that is a huge leap forward for me. So I'm definitely going to be watching this one again and figure out why this one didn't give me as much trouble as others. Am I getting better at spotting the hiddens? We had 2 spoonerisms and 2 hiddens, I think, which, as I said, are typically kind of my weak spot. Goat herds, what was the other one? We had, I'll have to find out where that was, but I remember it. Okay. Yeah, not bad today. So what I typically do is figure out how many, count the number of answers, count how many I needed hints for, and generate a percentage score from that. So I think I'm going to count that, hey, you've got something wrong. I'll count that as 1 hint. And then just, I'll probably be somewhere around 99%. All right, so yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that result. Let me know in the comments how you get along with cryptic crosswords, and if you know a good source of cryptic crosswords that use American English, like what you'd see in the New York Times crossword puzzle, please let me know about that. I'd be very interested. Thanks for joining me. Please come back for more puzzles and games, and I'll see you next time.